Hey YouTube, it's Tom. Hey, it's time to winterize the old truck, and I don't mean antifreeze. So hang with me and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so yeah, it's winter, as you can see. A little bit of snow on the ground there. Look at this. This is salt. And that's a result of a 2-inch snowfall. One trip. See how it's accumulated all through here. All the nice suspensions all covered with salt. So what are we going to do? We're going to keep this thing from rusting, hopefully. A little history. I had an 04 Silverado and put it into a bridge about 2017, I think it was. So it was garage kept most of the time, but rocker panels were gone. They were totally rusted out. And that came from the inside, not outside. So the cab was rusted and the rocker panels were both gone. And the construction on this guy is almost exactly the same thing. So let me show you the bad spots and we'll see if we can prevent that from happening. All right, here's what I'm talking about. Here's a subframe bracket. It'll hold there some weak poles here. What happens is, believe it or not, all over the years, dirt and snow and gravel get packed in here. And if this doesn't get cleaned out, my 04 had that much dirt in it. And that's what started eating the rocker panels from the inside out. You can also see, let me get my light here too. Hang on, bear with me. This is on the bedside, another bracket here, and you can see I'm already starting to collect residue underneath there. So when you wash your truck, the moral of the story is you got to clean this stuff out. And you know, there's weep holes here, so the corners, and there's some weep holes here. But I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to further enhance the anti-rust. At least I hope I'm going to impede it a little bit. So hang on, I'll show you what I'm going to do. Okay guys, so what I got here is a Amazon special. It's a piece of China garbage actually. It's about 15, 18 bucks. It's designed to dispense soap under pressure and clean your engine, believe that or not. I don't believe it. But anyway, I'm going to pass oil through it, and I'm going to squirt into my rocker panels and coat everything with oil, including the wheel wells. Problems I had, of course, their fitting didn't fit my air system, and it's metric, so I believe it was a 3/8 tap. I ran a 3/8 tap on there, just cross-threaded it, put some pipe dope on it, and ran it fitting in, and we're good. I'm running about 90 psi. Tried to use engine oil, won't work with engine oil, it's too thick. So this is 2-cycle, which is just thin enough to get it through. You see it coming up here? When you hear that, you know the oil's coming out. So we're going to stick this, remove some plugs, stick it in the rocker panels, and so it drips out the bottom. So here we go. Oh, this plastic base is so I don't knock it over. This helps me just drag it around the floor, otherwise it'll tip over and everything stops and I got to start over again. So make sure you have some paper towels handy with you because this is a messy job. So first thing I'm going to shoot is inside here. Okay, an update on the rockers. You notice I had rough country bars on here, and they actually utilize those big holes that I took the plugs out of. I squirted oil in them, but then I'm going to put some Gorilla Tape over top of them to keep the dirt from going in. And those subframe brackets I showed you, you can even put the Gorilla Tape on the front of that so the particles don't go inside. I don't know if that'll help or not, but it's better than just leaving them wide open like that. So that's done. Now I'm going to go on to show you, at least on the Silverado, how to do the wheel wells, which always rust out on these things. Okay, so there's a series of holes. There's one here, here, and above, underneath the tonneau cover, with plugs in them, both sides. This is directly over the wheel well, so I'll guarantee you, this is a good spot. So you want to load up this with oil, and I'm sure you can use a squirt gun if you wanted to. I like to use the oil. I think it, or the sprayer, because I think it circulates a little bit better. I'll put a link in for that thing if you're interested in it. But we're going to squirt that real good up underneath there, which may help protect the front of the bed. Although I've never seen the front of the beds really rust out that bad. It's usually the corner of the cab. So I'm going to make sure attention is done to this guy here. So let's rock and roll. Here we go. A little bit up here, not much. Okay guys, so we're all done. I don't know if it'll help or not, but doggone, it's something I can do to help prevent that rust, because you can see it goes through hell this time of year. You also notice I mentioned in my other videos, I put my stock tires back on my mud flaps. Yeah, it looks stupid. I don't care, because you can see what's going on. And you can also see the oil that's dripping out, that coming out of those rocker panels real nicely. And they're very expensive tires. They're going to kind of sit over there until maybe March. I'll throw them back on. But for now, we'll drive in the snow and the slop and everything else, and hopefully try to keep this salt down to a minimum. And we'll see how it works. Any comments? Hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. Give me a like or a dislike. And comments I'd love to hear. Thanks, guys.